the guilt, the shame, the disgrace, the sadness, the depression. You almost can't put into words like what it means to carry that with you every day. My name is Issac Mastel. I am a Navy and Army veteran. You know, I had this impression of a family that I was desperately searching for. I graduated Ranger School. Now what's next? Oh, now I'm off to the reconnaissance surveillance leadership course and jump master, and nothing was ever enough. 3 deployments to Iraq. After that, we started going to Afghanistan. I mean, at the time, we always looked forward to them, right? That was when, like, you're going over there with the boys and you're kicking indoors, and we believed in the mission. We believed that we were standing up for people that couldn't stand up for themselves. Had a wife and a son, and all the deployments and you know, losing some really good friends overseas really got to me. I was struggling with PTSD, but at the time, you know, PTSD or trauma or mental health was such a taboo word. And I remember how hard that was to go in and ask for help. The doctor told me that a low dose of Zoloft is equal to, you know, like a good long run. And at the time, I think I was running anywhere between 5 and 10 miles a day. To me, that was like saying, yeah, you'll be fine. Get back out there and get back to work. So that's what I did. I dealt with it the only way that I knew how. And at that time, it was a lot of drinking. I was struggling. I had separated from my wife. I had lost a lot of friends, and I was in a pretty dark place. I made it to the 75th Ranger Regiment and Special Operations Reconnaissance Company. And while I was in the operator trainer course, I got a DUI, and I really struggled there. Still going through a divorce, and things started to snowball. Didn't know how to handle it. Didn't have anybody to talk to about it, and it turned to drugs. At one point I was shooting up methamphetamines every day in my arms. And I couldn't stop. I went through the Army substance abuse program, and eventually I was kicked out of the military for drug abuse. I'd given my life for what I believed in, and my whole life fell apart, and there was nobody to turn to. You know, I just wanted to not feel anything. I didn't care if I lived. I didn't care about anything. Right around when I was at my lowest point, my younger brother did commit suicide. When that happened, it just drove me down into a darker hole. September of 2017, I finally got into a PTSD treatment center in Cleveland, Ohio. While I was at the treatment center, I remember having a conversation with another guy that I had been. He wasn't in the treatment with me, but we were having a conversation about veterans and psychedelics. I still remember him saying, "I began to change my life," and I said, "I can't do that. It is not an option for me because I'm not going back to sticking a needle in my arm." We ultimately decided to try the dual stellate ganglion block, which helped for a little bit, but eventually I found myself in a pretty dark spot again. I reached out to a good friend that helped me with the stellate ganglion block, and he put me in touch with vets. I was ready to do whatever it took to be able to live again. I felt a release, and I've spoken about allostatic load, and like I felt that release of allostatic load where I just let everything go. All of the stress and the pressures that that modern day society puts on men and special operators and really anybody. It was the first time that I was finally able to just release it. Shortly after returning home, we went out to eat for my mother-in-law's birthday, and I remember sitting in a crowded restaurant on a busy Sunday afternoon. For the first time, like I wasn't checking the doors, like checking everybody out. Like I was just able to just be present. I told my wife when I first got back that I could finally feel love again. I truly believe that being able to heal in this manner has saved my life. The support that Vets offers is absolutely amazing. You have all of these warriors, right? These Navy SEALs and Green Berets and Army Rangers, and we're talking about regulating our nervous system through breath work and meditation and doing yoga and looking at ways that we can support each other. Vets has provided that platform for people to really truly find healing. The VA and the medical system is great for some things, but the mental health the system is broken. My life continues to get better every single day. I would not be here without the Vets community. I would not be here if Marcus and Amber did not get this organization up and running. I almost can't put into words how important this is.